Major, and today we're making a video from AI. Okay, so there's this website called Talk to Transformer that I just found out about, and I'm recording this the day before it goes up. It's like 9 o'clock. Worst idea ever, but we're going to go with it. But found this website called Talk to Transformer, and it basically you type something in and it will generate what comes next. So we're gonna make a gaming video from AI. I mean, this would just be the commentary, but it might still be funny. So really phone. And no headphones because I didn't think it was necessary for this type of video, but oh well. So we're just gonna put in our intro. Hey there, it's the major of all majors, Yoshi the Major. It's like all the minor major, except bigger. That does look bigger, but why? Because it's got a big thing in space. I get it. After Zach's dream takes shape, Zach goes to sleep. What's that sound? I heard it, you know? It was you, that kind of loud if it isn't coming from, well, it's a weird sound. Oh god, what about me? I feel as if I could see you. Oh man, we gotta find your dream now. You gotta find your dream now. We're in space. Are we? Cinematic cut.
Cut. Zach is looking at a dreamlike scene that has been captured and is also being watched by a robot. This dream is not really Zach's, but sometime earlier. He has been captured in this dreamlike scene. In this scene, Zach is being pursued by other robots during some time.
Zach also realizes he was getting chased by a pack of wolves and has to get on his own. Later, after he had to go through a trapdoor, he finally found himself at an entrance to a building that he had helped set up, but the door wasn't locked. He goes through in an attempt to get inside. When he finally gets inside, he is attacked by the guard of the building where he was once before. He was in complete awe of the scene, as well as just the sight of another man in his predicament. He goes outside with his partner and his dog after watching the police station fireman save someone who has gone into a building with an injured man. It was a dream come true, and he will never forget it. Back into reality, he is waiting for his brother in a bar on another street. When they finally leave, it's his brother sitting behind his wheelchair while the driver makes an attempt to start his van. He calls him over and apologizes for taking so long. After all, you know the Brooklyn traffic after 5 p.m., says the guy. I don't know what he meant, that I should move to Brooklyn if he means the traffic after 5 p.m. I'm not moving, as it's been that long since I moved there with no traffic to my name. I'm going to tell my friends about moving here if I move. I'm going to tell my friends around here if I'm moving. I'm going to stay so that I can make life easy for myself now, and I never want to forget that, says one of my friends as we go to our hotel room to sleep. So what do you think? One of my friends asked me, just move to Brooklyn? I'm doing my best for it. I'm leading everything I can, and I'm doing everything in my power to get to Brooklyn. What? I thought we were in Brooklyn. What game is this? What? Is this person having an identity crisis, or is this some weird story for some indie game? There are several hotels around here I'll recommend if I can't make it. There is no rush. Well, we share a luck. It is my first night in Brooklyn. They give away free room passes at their hotels. After checking in, we leave and he leaves to go somewhere else. We keep on traversing through this ray trace video game, and there's this thing around this character named Piggy that just happens to be the character used during the game that I like a lot. It was one of those things that really touched me about her hair. Like that girly like I've always been fascinated by. And in an interview with Collider, Shatner talks about the importance of getting the right actor to be the right actor for an action movie. And he adds the most important thing to me is to have a piggy-like character as real as possible, to make sure they understand what the character is, and to make sure they know what that particular character means. What? What this... Okay. So I take advantage of the actor's experience in order to add to their character, and from what we've seen so far, it looks like Shatner has found a great fit for the character. Shatner's pick had one fatal flaw, though. It didn't mention Riker, which isn't a Trek fan's favorite R word. In honor of the 50th anniversary of the original series coming up this Saturday, Trek Movie created this fan fiction piece to share the truth behind the iconic character's appearance. Here's the real deal. The classic Riker scene featured the Enterprise bridge and many more Enterprise captains and crew on their way to Romulus. Star Trek fans know Riker as Riker, who, according to the show, is an intelligent, logical, and thoughtful leader. That said, most of his adventures are set in space on the surface of an alien planet. So yes, maybe there is a Star Trek character in every movie we see. Well, most of Star Trek is set in space and we see him, however, only in that form. It is just another one of the character's many and varied faces. Star Trek never uses a term that can be interpreted as theory ending. The show is always about logic, or logic being theory. The phrase a theory always ends with the theory. This was the point where things didn't work out. They were all theories after all. But then I heard the next season, Star Trek Discovery, might take a more logical tack. I realized that if the Enterprise crew's theory was correct, then why didn't they just use this theory, the Borg specifically, and go with it? And then I realized that this episode was one of those, oh, it'll work the first year, but what the heck moments on the show when writers had zero idea what was going to work and how. It was just too much on the nose. All of this really threw me back into a previous episode I worked on, Sins of a Solar Empire. The season didn't really fit into any of that narrative, although I'm guessing it was mostly due to the loss of a big piece of it and the frustration of the loss. But as I watched each game go on, the reality of what had happened to me became crystal clear. On this day, I would say my greatest game was the last game of the season against Miami. It was tough, but ultimately, it was all worth it. It's what we do as veterans, to be comfortable, and we did it because it was the right thing to do. The movement wasn't worth it now to me. A lot of times it's not, but it's worth it. That same year, I played in a season finale against the Philadelphia Eagles, and in the fourth quarter, things were not going the way we wanted them to go. I started for the first few yards of the game just before we got the ball on the third down, and we kind of had to go for a Madden NFL-like play. The ball just fell a little bit off the quarterback's face. I heard the sound of it dropping. And I didn't see it, just kind of dropped it, but I didn't see. We were doing the fake catch because, like I said, we had an opportunity. Like the other time, there were just times when we took a fake, and we couldn't get a catch because of that. That was just like me falling behind us. And there's another guy down there who's really going to put it there. So I just kind of fell behind. And there goes my knee. I didn't know where it went. I'm just kind of looking up at the play clock and thinking, oh, it's over. But it was right off the corner. It was behind us. The next play is pretty much an exact reverse of what we saw earlier. But you'll never know until next episode. This was a bit off the cuff of a video because I need to get a video out, and I saw this on Austin Evans' channel, and I figured it might be fun. It might be fun to watch, to see what this does for what's supposed to start off for just a standard Yoshi the Major video. And I bet you I could have put it in today. We're gonna play whatever, but it's still kind of fun. So if you guys did enjoy, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that little bell so that way you never miss a video and become a part of Yoshi Army. See you guys.